Inside Huntsville with Brenda Martin, a conversation with department heads at City Hall on streets, ball fields, public safety, and more. And also with our community partners that add economic security, support education, and enhance the city's quality of life.
Hello, I'm Brenda Martin with Inside Huntsville. I'm on the Hill, as it's affectionately called, at Alabama A&M University. I have the pleasure today of interviewing the First Lady, Mrs. Abbiegail Hugine. You have been First Lady at South Carolina State. How is your current role different from that of your former?
It's very flexible. I am able to just do what I need to do on a daily basis and just set my own schedule. So here is much easier. Being a role of the First Lady is much easier.
Okay.
And I like to be busy and into things, so I find the time to do it. So it's much easier for me here.
Gives you a lot of opportunity to do a lot of volunteer things that you want to do.
Yes.
Well, what was your first impression when you came on the campus?
It's a beautiful campus. The people were very cordial and welcomed us right away. And we also saw a lot of opportunity for making an impact here at Alabama A&M. So we were delighted that God, sent us here. You
have initiated numerous projects, needless to say. Let's talk about the Bulldog Pride Committee that you started. What is that all about? How many members do you have, and what's the main focus of that committee?
Okay, the Bulldog Pride Committee started in 2009, and the purpose was to instill pride in the university. And pride can be just in the way we respect ourselves, the way that we honor the campus, the way we keep our history in the forefront of everything we do. And we know that our motto here is service is sovereignty. So we ask the faculty, staff, students, and administrators to be a part of that, to be a part of instilling pride in the university. And we do that in several ways. We have a beautification campaign. We have a character trait initiative that we do. We also raise funds for students to be involved in service learning projects on campus.
The Legacy Lake, we are sitting here at this beautiful lake. Talk about the Legacy Lake. What does this mean?
Oh, the Legacy Lake I think is one of the best initiatives that we have on campus for several reasons. One reason is that it honors all the First Ladies who've been a part of this university.
Wonderful.
And that is so important to remember, because sometimes we do not get the honor that we rightfully deserve, and our husbands work hard. So therefore, we wanted a way to leave a legacy for them. So you will find a bench and a plaque for each of the First Ladies who served as First Lady at Alabama A&M University. We also have, as a part of that, if you look around here, we have pavers. And the pavers was a way to raise money for scholarships. So we started what we call the First Ladies Scholarship Initiative. In the beginning, it started off, and I have to say this because it's a very sort of paid forward story. The first year we had the scholarship was 2011. At that scholarship luncheon, one of my elementary friends gave me a check for $500, personal check. I also received a check for $750 from an investment group that I'm in Orangeburg, South Carolina, called Risky Women Investment. And I took that money and I said, I'm not going to spend it on me. I am just going to start a scholarship fund. So that was the money that was used to start it initially. And the next year, our biggest donation came from the southeastern region of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated for $1,500.
And which you're a part of.
Yes, which I'm a part of. So therefore, that is how it started. And from there, it has evolved into an endowed scholarship that is over $170,000.
Oh my.
And we use that money from the scholarship to give the students here at the university. And it's based on several things: academic performance, need, and we give 5, one from each college and one from the graduate school.
We started with what
we started with, you said 1875, and that's the First Lady Maria Council, who was the first lady, the first lady of the university.
Okay.
And you know that Dr. William Hooper Council was the founder of the university.
Yes.
So yeah, she was the first.
She was the first.
She was the first. And how we, you know, initiated the fundraising, we had persons in the community who chaired each First Lady's fund.
Okay.
And that we raised money as a result of that. And we have a plaque over there listing those individuals who chaired them and also the individuals who contributed to this legacy lake. But since then, we have had many more contributions.
For sure, for sure. It's a great, it speaks well of the university. It's a great statement as you pass down or you drive down Meridian Street.
Yes, yes.
Let's talk about Adopt a Building. That's another initiative that you started.
Well, the purpose for that is that we also emphasize making sure where you work and where you learn is it's presentable. So we have chairpersons who chair those buildings to let us know what the needs are. Okay. And they come back and report to us, and as members of the Bulldog Pride Committee, we try to do something to beautify that particular area.
Let's talk about the tree planting, the Adopt a Mile program that you've done.
I cannot do this all alone.
Exactly.
Okay. So we have had some good partnerships. With the tree planting, it really came as a part of an initiative, again, between Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Arbor Foundation, and Toyota.
Okay.
And they wanted to plant some trees for posterity on different campuses. And we had at that time Adrienne P.K. Washington, who was our Southern Eastern Director, and she made sure, and she's a graduate of the university, made sure that we had an opportunity to get that on Alabama A&M's campus. And what you see at every bench, there is a tree planted there in memory of the First Lady.
Okay.
Yes. So
beautiful.
Those trees about maybe four years old, and they were very small when they were planted. And so we sort of
look how lovely they are now, but they're growing nicely.
Yes.
And this tree is a maple.
Yes.
Is it a maple tree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
Well, another area, needless to say, is the category of pride. A&M has about 1,400 to 1,500 students, I'm told, that come to this university on a yearly basis. Many of them first time away from home. So needless to say, you and the president, you become their parents.
Yes, yes we do.
You become their parents. How do you instill pride in these young people?
Young people are young people, okay? All right, it doesn't matter where they are, but you have to make sure that they feel that you have a relationship with them.
Yes.
And creating that relationship is easy because you are always moving around them, and the president and I usually do that. We are at a lot of functions. We also meet with them as a part of our SOAR program when they are freshman students, so they know the expectation of the university and what we expect them to do on the campus of Alabama A&M. And we instill things that they should do, and we have actually a 10-point initiative that we tell them. Things like respecting yourself, knowing your history, doing service projects, and things like that. And over the time that they are here, you can see a major difference in the attitude of the students and how they respect the campus and how they respect themselves.
You have to give them some direction.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You have to remind them. They're just like our children.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
We do the same. You're doing the same thing with them that you would do with your own. Talk a little bit about the character trait project that you have.
We look at persons who really are involved in the university, and we select a character trait each month. It's usually based on the character trait that the city uses in other places, like for instance honesty, integrity, being courteous, being patient, and giving back. And all of those character traits are usually things that we focus on. And we try to pick a student, administrator, faculty, and staff member. And those persons are usually who their peers think are the persons qualified for that trait each month.
Wonderful. So it's just not the youth that's involved
Oh,
in this.
yeah.
This is
Yes, it's
the
entire campus community.
Campus community.
And what we see is that they are very, very honest in their assessment of individuals.
Okay.
And we have had some very good persons chosen over the years to represent each character trait.
And this is done on a monthly basis?
Yes, on a monthly
Oh,
basis.
my.
Yes, on a monthly
Okay.
basis. And we also like to give them I didn't bring one with me, but they get a little Bulldog statue to put on their desk.
Oh, do they really?
Yes.
Okay. That's a great reminder.
Yeah,
That's a great
has,
reminder.
It has their names on it and their character trait and the month and year.
Special. Now, your etiquette program, what's that about?
Well, etiquette, we again, we have to teach.
Yes, okay.
So therefore, we have workshops teaching them the proper way to, dress, the proper way to just, the right tools to use during dinner, utensils to use during dinner. Just ways to do interviews or what have you.
Yes.
And what I like about this, we are very inclusive, and we partner with the career development area to do a lot of our etiquette training for students.
Yeah, great. Well, once you've instilled this pride among the students, how do you address the biggest concern of almost every student in any university, and that's financing their education?
A lot of students who come here really depend on some type of financial aid. And so with that, we try to find ways that when they graduate from the university, they do not have a huge bill waiting for them that's getting in the way of maybe buying a house or starting a career. So what we try to do is find ways to help them. And the First Lady Scholarship Initiative is one way.
Okay.
But a couple years ago in 2012, we had the opportunity to participate in the Home Depot Retool Your School project.
Oh.
And as a result of that, we were awarded $50,000.
Oh my goodness, that's
so
wonderful.
with that $50,000, one of the Aramont persons had a very good idea that we should again have everyone to buy pavers.
Okay. Yes.
So when you go to the quad and film that, you will see there are pavers in the quad, and they start as low as $100.
Okay.
And go all the way up to $2,500 or more.
Now, can one still purchase a paver?
Yes. Oh yes. It's a lifetime project.
Okay.
That will be a lifetime.
Okay.
Within my lifetime and the next generation's lifetime. Because there are enough pavers there possible that we can keep that going for a number of years.
Well, let's talk about if someone's interested, who would they contact?
You can contact me.
All right.
And if you want a quick number just to get to them, just use the office of the president, which is 256-372-5230.
Okay.
We are still in need of, people buying
pavers. Sure.
Yes, and
they would make a great gift.
And that's what we push them as. We push them as gifts, and we also push them as a way to leave a legacy for your grandchildren. And my grandchildren my grandson has one, and I plan to buy one for my granddaughter this year.
Okay.
So we are leaving a legacy for our children as well. And what came as a result of that, we continue to buy pavers, but we've also endowed a scholarship called the Normal Light Walkway Project Scholarship. And that scholarship is for students who are having a difficult time financing their exit from Alabama A&M University. So they're just short a few dollars just to graduate. We will use that fund to help them just to meet that need. Because what happens within the course of 4 years, some students may run out of financial aid. So because of that, we want them not to have finance as a major problem, just to walk across that stage.
Get to the end and then don't have the
so
funds.
we have found ways to help our students.
How wonderful.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, and that project, it has also been endowed at $100,000.
Okay.
Yes, so we have 2 now endowed scholarships to meet the needs of the students through the Bulldog Pride Initiative and the First Ladies Initiative.
Well, now, one other thing I wanted to ask you about, because I've seen photos and I've seen video of this, and that's Dancing with the President and the First Lady. Tell us about that. That has to be wonderful.
Oh yeah, that is wonderful.
Fun.
That is, we have done this for 6 years already.
6 years,
and yes,
okay.
And what happens with that, when we started Bulldog Pride, the president did not give us any money whatsoever.
Okay.
So we started from ground zero. So we needed a way to raise funds for this project, and as a result of that, we started the Dancing with the President and the First Lady. And each year, that gives us enough money to take care of our needs on campus, rather than having the university to finance it. So we buy things like the little tokens for character traits. We give students money if they need money for service projects. And so we take care of our needs rather than begging.
That's wonderful. Well, of the previous 8 First Ladies, you truly have made a distinguished mark on this campus. I want to thank you for taking the time to spend with us to share a number of your initiatives here that you're doing, and we're just excited to have you. And of course, I'm excited to meet you and to be around you. You're inspiring.
Yes.
So continue to do that.
Yes. And yes, I will. And I know that we are at the end of the interview, but there's one project, and I didn't know how to. We have to edit this out.
No, go right ahead.
The bone and marrow, be the match, and that is a project that I think we should mention, because it is really involving everyone on most of the students, because we work with Be the Match, which is a program to get African Americans especially enroll in the bone marrow registry, because we are underserved. And this is just the marrow that we take for people with cancer, and bone cancer and other forms of cancer, leukemia and what have you. And Alabama A&M has been a part of that. And I'm sort of the person who chairs that every year, and we will have it during the week of homecoming. We will have a walk-run here on the Wrong Legacy Lake. We will also have a donor drive in the gym, in the wellness center, and one on the quad. And the reason for that is to try to get students to become donors, because you never know when you can save a life by doing that. And you can, anybody from 18 to 44. So if there are persons in the community who would like to come on campus to be a part of that drive, just listen to the homecoming activities for the dates, and we will be happy to, have them to participate
and contribute.
Yes.
Another great initiative.
Yes, and that's we work with the regional office out of Birmingham. And that's a part of our project, and we are very proud of that one, because that is a life-saving project.
And truly one that helps everyone.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
That's great. I tell you, I guess you could go on and on
I can go on. Yes. But I know that you have a time schedule.
Well, that's great.
And this has been delightful to share, and thank you again for the opportunity to share what we do here at Alabama A&M. We have some very good things going on, and thank you. We want the community to know
absolutely
that we are just not on the hill.
Right.
We are working on the hill.
And you're involved, for sure.
Yes.
Again, thanks so much for joining me today.
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's my show for today. I'm on the hill of Alabama A&M University. I'm Brenda Martin for Inside Huntsville. Thanks for joining me today.